I noticed more people at the Nats this year are using GPS. Even when I was over by the Flying Aces, many of them are using GPS also. The ones I noticed were BMK. I have a Pixus. I didn't see any more of those, but I'm sure for FAI they're probably using different units. For GPS, you have a handheld unit, and then you have a beacon in your airplane. Each one communicates with satellites, and then there's a signal that communicates between the beacon and the handheld unit. It's amazing to me how accurate this is, being the satellites are thousands of miles away. This is the weight of the beacon with the small battery. On many of my models, I'm sharing the battery, so there's no extra weight for battery. My situation for using GPS is I fly on this field with really tall grass. Now, I've always been able to find my planes with the Walston, but it seems to take longer than with GPS. I actually found using the Walston was more fun, as sometimes I had to struggle just a little bit to find the model. So now I'm using GPS at this same field, and usually I can pretty much just walk right to the model. The accuracy of the GPS does vary somewhat, but where I've been flying, I usually have the full accuracy, which is probably about within 3 meters. And here I'm using my Pixus, which works well also. Each one of the beacons have a unique ID, and from the handheld unit you can see all of the beacons in the area. Also see the signal strength, and you can select a beacon this way, or you can hold the handheld unit right next to the beacon, and it will do this what they call KISS method and connect. The BMK unit has all these different features where you can download data from your flights and you can bring it into Google Earth. They've got an app where you can see the model in Google Maps. I did a review of the system for the 2023 Simpo, and I go into some details about using those additional features. Here you see it can even plot out a 3D image of the flight. You get real-time data for altitude back to the handheld unit. It uses barometric pressure, so sometimes it's not real accurate. I noticed the same thing with my sailplane with a telemetry receiver. But it's usually accurate enough, like in this instance, I could tell that my plane had landed in a tree and not gone to the ground. In this case, I had to come back the next day with a longer pole to get my model down. The beacon battery had died, but I could still see the last known good signal position, and I picked it up just as I was coming within a couple miles. This picture is of Mike Herta in 2023 finding his model a long ways out. I watched him go retrieve it, and it was really pretty easy. I understand this year he had a model 3 miles out in a tree that he was able to find using the GPS. Dennis Batty had a model 1,800 meters out in a cornfield he was able to find with GPS. Well, just a few of my thoughts on GPS.